What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Just Anderson. I'm back with another upload. In today's upload, we'll be doing another compare and contrast video on two shoes from Adidas. And the two shoes that we'll be discussing today are the Adidas Harden 9 Hellcat and the AE2s with love. Let's get into it. Before we get into the video today, I have a small request. If you guys can like and comment on this video, and if you like what you see, consider subscribing. I post every Sunday, and sometimes I post on Saturdays for extra content. But with that being said, let's get into today's upload. Alright, as you guys know, with these videos, I usually break down both shoes, but I do it in a quick, bite-sized format instead of it being long and drawn out, because obviously I've done 2 reviews on these shoes already. So if you would like to see the full reviews on these shoes, I'm going to link them down in the description. But I think for today, I'm going to start off with the Harden 9, since I recently just did the AE2. So let's get into the Harden 9 right now. As always on this channel, we're going to start with the traction. The traction that could be found on a Harden 9 is a radial traction pattern. What I would say about the traction on a Harden 9 is that it's elite traction. It grips on most courts. Sometimes on dusty courts, it can pick up a little bit of dust, but for the most part, all you gotta do is wipe for real. You don't really have a problem with the traction. Stops on a dime, cuts really well. Not only that, the traction, or the bottom of the shoe, I should say, it kind of comes up on the side, which helps with, you know, if you do a certain move and like your shoe kind of turns over a little bit, the traction there can help grip the floor as well. So little details like that with this shoe just really helps with the traction that I really did enjoy when I did play in this shoe. And I still play in the shoe to this day, and I still enjoy it. And I think the traction is definitely a plus when it comes to the Harden 9. Next, we're going to talk about the materials. The materials that could be found in the Harden 9 is synthetic, textile, overlay shell, and mesh panels on the shoe. So what I would say about the materials on the Harden 9 is that the materials are good. Adidas really didn't miss when it came to the setup for this shoe. It's well ventilated. It flexes with your foot really well. But there's 2 problems with the materials that I do have. For one is that the shoe gets a crazy, and when I say crazy, a crazy dent right here in this area. Like when you bend this, you see that? That crease is crazy. Not only that, right here, so like the shell, it kind of digs into your foot. Not on this side, but more so on the inside of the shoe. It really does dig into your foot. And the lace loops right here is so hard to get it's so hard to get the laces through this last hoop sometimes. But if I was a betting man, I'd definitely say do it for more security and lockdown. But with that, you know, security and lockdown comes with this kind of irritating your foot and kind of grinding against your, I would say, your ankle pretty much. And those 2 problems kind of bothered me a little bit, which made me like rank it the way I did. I don't remember the ranking I gave it on my last video when I did do the performance test, because that was a while ago. But after playing it recently, it was really annoying. So I would say like material-wise, like a 7.5 out of 8 out of 10, because that feeling is kind of annoying. Obviously, it goes away after a time, but for the most part, while you're playing the shoe, it is kind of annoying. So I feel like I wouldn't be right if I didn't tell y'all that. Like, that would be mad dishonest of me for real. So I would definitely say that the materials are good, but the denting of the shoe and right here just like eating at your ankle could definitely get annoying. So I would rank this or rate it a 7.5 to 8 out of 10 for sure. Next, we're going to talk about the cushion. The cushion that could be found on the Harden 9 is light strike cushion and boost midsole. What I would say about the cushion on the Harden 9 is that they are comfortable. They are a smooth ride. I wouldn't say they're the most bounciest shoe, but I would say they're most comfortable and very much a smooth ride. So, you know, for point guards that's always on their feet, directing traffic, doing what you gotta do, running plays, telling people where to go, and you're usually just on your feet running up and down the court, you're well covered in this department because, you know, there's a little bit of bounce, but not too much. It's a little firm, but not too much. It's just like that right sweet spot in terms of the cushion, and the impact protection is great as well. So with that being said, I'll definitely rate the cushion like a 9 out of 10. Really good cushion setup for a guard heavy shoe. Correction. I meant to say guard friendly, but y'all get it. On to the next thing though. Alright, so lastly, we're going to talk about the fit and the support. In terms of fit, I wouldn't true to size. You know me, I don't go have a size up or down. That's never been my thing, so don't ask me if you should go half size up or down. The best thing I can tell you to do is go to your nearest Adidas store or Dick's Sporting Goods or Foot Locker or JD's or Champs or wherever you go and try them on. If you live in New York, Queens, I would definitely say go to LI, go to Roosevelt Field Mall, and go to the Adidas store. You could definitely try them on there. And if not, go to Green Acres Mall, go to like Dick's Sporting Goods, because Dick's Sporting Goods got everything. Or you could go to Foot Locker or Finish Line or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You do you. In terms of support, I'll definitely say the support on this shoe is good. For one, you got the X plate at the bottom, which is basically a torsional support plate. It goes like this in the shoe. And, you know, it's not rigid at all. The only flex that you get in the shoe is really right here in the toe area. But the back of the shoe, you don't really get anything. So you're really supported there in that aspect. Not only that, the shoe is a booty construction, so you can slip this on and off with no problem at all. Like I said before, the lacing system at the very top, which is right here, or right here basically, you know, it's kind of hard to get laces through, but it's not gonna kill you. You could definitely wear an ankle brace with this, and that would help with this problem right here, with this little lining problem. But outside of that, the support on the shoe is really good. You don't really twist your ankle. The shoe is stable and sturdy, and you'll be perfectly fine. So with that being said, I would definitely rate the support at 9 out of 10 because of the multiple things that the shoe offers to protect your foot on the court. All right, with us finally covering the Adidas Harden 9, we're going to get into the AE2s from Adidas. So let's do it. All right, so let's get into the traction on the AE2s. The traction setup that could be found on the AE2s is a blade pattern herringbone traction setup. What I'll say about the traction on the AE2s is that it is good. It's really good. But I wouldn't take these outside because of durability factors. For one, the rubber at the bottom of the shoe is not the best, and you'll definitely burn through this thing when you go outside. The way I know this is because I play strictly indoors, and I'm fake burning through the rubber as we speak right now. So what I'll say about the durability on the AE2s is that the durability is not the best. Don't take these outdoors, and understand that even if you play only indoors, you will burn through rubber, but obviously it won't be as bad as if you took it outdoors. I would definitely say use the rotate method, meaning that you don't play in this shoe all the time. Even if it's your favorite shoe, try to find another shoe you can play in so you can preserve and, you know, have a longer time with the AE2s, because the traction is really good and I really did enjoy it, but the durability really is a problem for this shoe. Next on the AE2s, we're going to talk about the materials. The materials that could be found on the AE2s is synthetic textiles, mesh upper, and TPU overlays. What I will say about the materials on the AE2, for one, is that it is lighter than the AE1s, which is good because his shoes were kind of heavy, and like I said in my performance test, you don't feel the heaviness as soon as you put the shoe on. You feel the heaviness when you're playing in a serious game, whether that's 5-on-5, 4-on-4, 3-on-3, 2-on-2, 1-on-1, or men's league, whatever. You just feel that heaviness when you're really, really tired. So for them to even make the shoe lighter is a really good thing, but don't get it twisted. It's not the lightest thing. If anything, I think the Hardens are lighter than this shoe, but, you know, a step in the right direction. Outside of that, the shoe is well ventilated. You don't get hot in the shoe. And for the most part, it flexes well with your foot. I think it might move better than the AE1s, but we'll save that comparison for when I do a video on that from the AE1s to AE2s, but we're not going to get too much into that. But I would say that the materials are good. I did enjoy them. I didn't have no problems with them. You know, there was nothing that really popped out to my eye where I was like, that's probably not going to work for me. So if I had to rate the materials, I would definitely say the materials are like an 8.5 to 9 out of 10. I did enjoy them. The shoe is lighter. They are comfortable. They did form to my foot well. And for the most part, I enjoyed the materials on the AE2. Next on the AE2s, we're going to talk about the cushion. The cushion that could be found on the AE2s is a full-length boost and a light strike midsole. What I would say about the cushion is that the cushion on the AE2s is good, but it is firmer from what the AE1 was. I feel like the AE1s were a little bit more bouncier, and the AE2s, they kind of like thinned it down and made it a little bit more firm. It's still an enjoyable ride, still gets impact protection, but it's not as comfortable as the AE1 was. So if you're looking for that same setup that the AE1's mid had, because remember, the Lowe's cushion is cooked. So if you're looking for the same cushion setup that the AE1's mid had, you're kind of not going to get it here. It's still comfortable. It's just firmer, a little bit more thinner, and just, you know, doesn't really tally that line of bounce and firm. It's just firm but comfortable. So if I had to rate the cushion, I would definitely say this is more of a downgrade than an upgrade for me, because I enjoyed the AE1s, even though they were heavy and kind of made me sluggish. I still enjoyed that whole setup and that whole shoe in general. So I would rate the cushion like a 7.5 or 8 out of 10. Still good, gets the job done, but it's definitely just firmer than what, you know, the AE1 used to be. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I see it. Next, we're going to talk about the fit and the support on the AE2s. In terms of the fit, I definitely still go true to size. I don't go half a size up or down. That's just personally me. In terms of support, you get a lace closure system. That's basically the same setup on the Harden 9s. Feels good, keeps your foot intact. And you also get 2 heel panels at the back of the shoe to keep your heel locked in as you play. What I would say about these things is that the fit is good, but one thing I do want to bring up is that the padding on the inside of the shoe does feel good. but it kind of feels like the back or the Achilles area kind of lifts up from this part of the shoe, this hook area, which could be annoying or probably feel weird to some people, because at first it did feel weird to me, but I got used to it and it's okay for now. So if I had to rate this setup, it definitely is not a negative, but it's not positive. So I'll definitely say like a 7 to 7.5 out of 10. Not the best, but definitely does get the job done, and it's not something that, you know, will bother you for a very long time if you play in this shoe a lot. So now that I went great length to talk about both shoes, here's what I gotta say about each shoe. If you want a guard-friendly shoe where you're quick, agile, move around a lot, I would definitely say go with the Harden 9. But if you're like a big man or like a wing, and you just want something that's like all around good, I would definitely say go with the AE2. I think both shoes are good, but both shoes definitely have their negatives. So where the Harden 9 is light, the AE2 is heavy. Where the Harden 9 kind of shaves at your ankle, the AE2 doesn't do that. So each shoe, or neither shoe, is perfect, but they both have things in them that make them good, if that makes sense. But if you were to ask me, I would definitely probably wear the AE2 over the Harden 9. Not because like the AE2 is that much better than the Harden 9. It's just this chafing problem that the Harden 9 has really does bother me, and I'm not wearing no ankle braces because I don't have ankle problems, respectfully. So that's just my take on it. But I do love the Harden 9. I still train the Harden 9, and I still do enjoy the Harden 9 for sure. All right, so that's the end of today's video. I hope you guys really did enjoy it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy, Just Henderson. Peace and love, family, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.